Hey everyone, welcome to another video about Lotaeri's uncleverly named mod, or the LUNM mod, for Darkest Dungeon. So I've uploaded the video to the video I have, but also the files have been uploaded to Nexus Mods, so that it's available for other people to now download. And unfortunately, someone's having a bug with my game. It's not actually loading the game for him any longer. So I've been unable to replicate the problem. And so I want to now just record this online because I'm going to link this to my Nexus mods to show that I'm not having any trouble with the game and that I will probably need some help to debug this problem this poor gentleman's having. So let's go through the steps. And I'm going to make this entertaining as possible, in that I'm going to talk about other things as this occurs. This would normally be something I do off-screen, but I thought it would be helpful to at least show that I'm doing my best to fix the problems, if any problems are going to happen with my mod. Okay, so the very first thing that I want to do is I just want to load the game really quick, just to show you guys that, yep, it at least loads currently. And then I'm going to delete the game. And then we're going to download it from scratch. And then I'm going to launch in the game again to show that the game doesn't have my mod applied. And then we will apply my mod from the Nexus download, and we'll see what happens to me. So, yeah, this is a giant statement. Hey, yep, this is LUNM. It's not an official Red Hook product. Yada, yada, yada. Please report all the bugs to the email or the Nexus mod site or any of the videos, whatever. As long as I get notifications, I will do my best to debug them. And how's everyone doing? This is a wonderful day for debugging. It's nice and windy outside. The wind's howling. I had a tree down in the yard.
I can still see their angry faces as they stormed the manor. But I was dead before they found me. And the letter was on its way.
Okay, so I can see that my mod is applied. I mean, obviously, I'm using my LUNM mod. I can see the Medal of Expertise is loaded and working correctly. My character's Fortifying Vapors has a prot bonus to it. Bulwark of Faith is a guard ally and prot. And things are cheaper. Yep, things are much cheaper in this mod. Yep, so everything looks great. The mod is working as I expected it to, etc., etc. So, awesome. So the next thing I need to do now, what I would do, is to verify that, oh crap, I have a bug, let's delete the game. So goodbye, Darkest Dungeon. Yeah, let's just delete it. Uninstalling. Goodbye. Alright, so Darkest Dungeon is no longer on my computer. Now the next thing I would do is I would go and see if there were any files left around. And I have a bunch of quick links over here to help me do that. As a developer, it's so helpful to have soft links to jump you from place to place. So I have my work in progress, my stable build, my backup saves, the actual Darkest Dungeon where it's installed through Steam, and the LUNM distribution. Plus where the actual save files are located themselves. So I'm going to jump right into Darkest Dungeon. And this is what's left over from my mod. So normally this would be flooded with all the different files and folders that Darkest Dungeon would have installed. These are the only things that are left over after my mod has been applied. So I see I have the actual Darkest Dungeon zip file, which is what I expected to be in here. The changes that I have done, which I also expected. And this better be just trinkets in here. Let's take a look. Trinket, yep. All the heads and the medals that I added. And I expected this to be here because this is the only new thing that this mod does. So we'll delete that. Okay, all done. Let's actually delete that as well. So the next thing I'm going to do now is install Darkest Dungeon. Do it. I agree, because you won't install the game unless I do that. Go. Okay, that's going to take like maybe 5 minutes. In the meantime, let's take a look at this error this poor gentleman's getting. Oh, by the way, this is also why I highly recommend you back up your existing game data and or your save data, because you do not want to have lost all your progress on your existing estate. Remember, there's a video here which will show you how to do that. And in fact, I will do it on screen to show you restoring my game, because I'm going to be testing the base game and then launching it into the actual mod after I apply it. So I can see that I now have version 1.0.3. I did notice that there were a few files that were present that shouldn't have been there originally. Apparently I was giving people my achievements, as well as there was 1 or 2 files for the leper that were being added, something for his repost that they're not really needed, so I stripped them from the latest upload. I also in the latest upload, 1003, instead of just using English for all the localization files, in case that's what's related to the bug I'm about to show you, I actually used Google Translate to try my best to make all the statements in the languages they're supposed to be. So if you're Russian or Czech, I hope that it's gonna say the right thing. It's probably not gonna, but I did my best. So let's look at this bug that the gentleman reported. Alright, so I've got won't load, new issue. Let's see, what do we got? So this gentleman is getting an assert failed. And this is a nightmare when you see something like this, because this is a big problem. uint32, character count less than size. Binary reader, read string, in utils H, binary reader H, line 179, buffer too small. Press escape to skip. And he's asking me to please fix it, and I so want to fix it. Oh god. So I've never seen this error in my game. But I can totally understand, I understand what's happening here. I'm a programmer in real life, so I recognize some of this, at least. So this is a cast. This is casting the character count into a uint32. And what's happening here is that the character count is not less than size. It's bigger. This happened while it was trying to read a string in the binary reader header file at line 179 in it. Now, I don't have this file. This is part of the actual game, and I don't, so I have access to all the configuration files, which tweak parameters and values. I can change the gold cost of things. I can change the leveling, the resolve required, because Red Hook is awesome enough to make all this configurable for us modders. But this is actual code. This is trying to do a thing in the game, trying to read something, and it can't. And it can't because the buffer's too small. What does this mean? Well, this means that the string it tried to read was so large that it couldn't fit in something like 1,000,000 characters. This tells me that something it tried to read in was either non-initialized or was initialized as garbage. It is the only thing that makes sense to me. But it doesn't tell me what it was, which is so frustrating, because I need to know what type of file it tried to read. Because it says read string in a binary reader, I am guessing this has something to do with the localization files, but I'm not 100% sure. I also don't have this problem on my side. The game loads absolutely fine. So, another hint that it's probably a localization problem. I haven't actually tried to run the game in any other language, and I believe I can make the attempt. I'll do this off screen, but right now this video is just going to be me showing that the game loads fine from scratch, and that then when I apply my mod, it seems to work for me. And then know that I'm going to keep trying to figure out why this happened, and that if I do fix it, I'll make another video showing how it's fixed. Now, I'm not the only one who has this problem, by the way, or that gentleman's not the only one who has this problem, in so much that someone else was having this problem recently, and they reported it, and unrelated to my mod whatsoever. And they reported it in their mod as well, over here on the official Darkest Dungeon forums, which I go to for modding. Now I can usually go here to try to help and what have you. So there's this weird error. And Jib the Great tried to add a new hero. And he was getting, looks like, the same exact issue. His assert failed. uint32, character count less than size. Same exact problem. So I actually had, then, earlier in the week, actually before I even uploaded my mod, I offered to try to help him with that problem. Now, I am very interested in knowing what's causing it, since I have this issue as well. So, holy crap, I'm really hoping to figure out what could have caused it. This is almost downloaded, just a little bit longer. By the way, if you're watching this and you're a modder, I highly recommend that you make soft links like this. They are so incredibly helpful to you. Also, I will be attempting to make a series of videos where I show you how to mod the game. I will be going over everything that I know how to do. I actually have one of these videos done already somewhere. I do. I swear I do. Unless I don't. Maybe I got rid of them. I didn't think I did. Maybe I did. But I would like to try to teach people how to mod the game. I think it'll be really, really handy. Although, to be fair, I guess Red Hook's also working on a workshop or some tools for us modders to allow us to do things a little more easier than the way we currently do it. That'd be awesome if they actually can get that done. That'll make all this so much easier. Probably. Okay, and let's go back over here to Darkest Dungeon. And we can see that, look, it's filling up all the folders as the game is now downloaded and being installed. A few more seconds, and done. Darkest Dungeon is now installed on my computer. Cool. Alright, so we don't do the music again. Goodbye, music. And let's launch into the game now. Actually, before we do that, let's go over here and copy my save game. And I'm going to put it into a new folder over here. New folder. Yet more save game backups. Done. Okay, so let's go ahead and launch into Darkest Dungeon now. And see if we've got... just see if it loads, right? It should. My mod isn't even installed. Oh, although... Right, so because my mod is heavily installed and my save state was using mod things, I'm expecting the trinket to not be there. And we can see that the text is now back to Red Hook's awesome, you're going to lose people, you better get used to it text. Then we've got the Darkest Dungeon along with their ticket taker down there. Let's launch into Johannathleigh. And we'll verify that my mod is not installed at all by taking a look at the cost of things, looking at a few quirk strings, and also we're going to take a look at the medallion, which should be missing.
You answered the letter.
I did.
Now, like me, you are a part of this place.
Oh, because the resolve is different as well in the base game, I have people who are now level 5. Well, a lot of level 5s now, as opposed to before. Alright, so let's verify that this is the base game. So I can already see it is because look at the accuracy on this, 95. That's huge. God-fearing, well, actually, it said that in the base game anyway. Let's find... Oh, so Faithless. Okay, and in my game, that would also say minus 5% death blow resistance, which he's not suffering from because it doesn't do that in this one. And Paranormania. So this no longer says, like, 40% chance to interact with haunted curios, what have you, and we can see the speed bonus is stripped from Guardian Shield. And Lysapith does not have the Medallion of Expertise, because it's not in the base game. Since it doesn't exist in the base game, the game will strip it right out of you, because you can't find it. So, thus, you don't get to have it. One more thing really quick, let's verify. Yep, everything's a lot more expensive, 50% more expensive, actually. My level 4s. Alright, so that's working. Oh, that's right. This is, yep, stress damage, minus damage, etc., etc. Okay, so this is working properly. Yep, we can see that the base game is now applied. My mod is not taking effect at all. Perfect. So next thing I'm going to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is go back to my backup saves. And we're going to go to yet another backup save. Actually, was that the one I wanted? Yep, more backing backups. I'm going to replace this. So what I'm doing is I'm going to restore those trinkets which were stripped from my game. So I'm going to copy my yet more save game backups. I'm going to paste them over the 262060 folder. Done. And now my game is loaded. It's so handy to know where those save files are located if you're a modder. Because holy crap, I have ruined my game in so many ways. Alright, so we verified that the base game is now in effect. Let's go ahead and download my mod from here. So I'm going to go to my files. I'm going to go ahead and download this manually. And done. I'll go to it in the folder. I'll copy this. And now I'm going to go to my actual Darkest Dungeon directory again. I'm going to do it this way. Local files, browse local files, and I'll paste the zip file right into this directory there. Next, where's my music? I'm going to go ahead and 7-zip, extract the files, and I want them to go into this directory. Normally, when you unzip a zip file, it's going to try to unzip it into Darkest Dungeon LUM 1721003. So this is where it's going to go. And my 7-zip saying, hey, you got stuff in here that matches the folders inside your zip file. You want to override the stuff? And absolutely I do. Okay, and we gained a DD changes final, and my mod should now be applied to the base game. So now I don't need that zip file anymore. I actually already know what I've changed. Alright, so perfect. We don't need the music anymore. Let's go ahead and launch the game now. After I empty my thing. And let's see if my mod is now applied. And hopefully we don't get an error. So there's the red hook symbol. So that's good. The game's loading. Special thanks. Thank you, Fathom Interactive. There's my statement, where LUM is not an official red hook product. Here's my ticket taker, so that's working properly. Let's go to campaign, and let's reload Johannathleigh. And we should see if the mod has been applied. Then we'll launch it to a quick mission and see if things are working properly.
There is a great horror beneath the manor. A crawling chaos that must be destroyed.
So I can already see Lisa Pilth is level 2 as opposed to level 3. Yep, she's got her Medal of Expertise back again because I reloaded the game. I can see Flash Powder has less accuracy but marks a target. Fortifying Vapors has its prot. How's the costs of things? The cost of things better? Where's my level 4s? Oh, what's the level 4 who wants to go here? Yep, 850 as opposed to 1,250. It looks like everything's working. Yep. These are all changed as well. Okay, so this looks good to me. The game loaded, my mod is applied. Let's go on an adventure. I just want to see if it loads into this as well. I would like to take a leper with me just to verify things are working. So let's bring Mr. Mortis with us. Sheet, I don't care because I'm just going to reload my save file anyway. That's perfect. All I want to do is just verify that I can get into the game. That's it.
Corruption has soaked the soil, sapping all good life from these groves. Let us burn out this evil.
I like to also verify if fight will work, so I don't care.
Herself, a victim to the spreading corruption. Malformed, this intent.
Alright, this is... Wow, this is looking good. I mean, it's loading. That's fantastic. Does he get applied with all the stat buffs? Yep, that's working as well. It's really the guard that I want to check on the leper as well. I would like to make sure that's working properly.
Exposed to a killing blow.
I love you, game. I want to make sure that the animation works for it as well. There were some unnecessary files for him, and I really want to make sure that at least the graphics still function properly for him. Yup, alright, it's working. So... Alright, that's good enough for me. I'm just going to quit now. Okay, cool. So, as far as I can tell, my mod works with directly installed and applied from the Magic Place. Nexus mods. So, as far as I can tell, it's working for me. Now, the gentleman, however, it's not working for him. So at this point, I have to rely on him reporting back if a recent change I uploaded fixes it for him. I'm also going to restore my game back over here again. Okay. So what's left to talk about in this video? So at this point, the only information I have that I can possibly ask is that if you do have problems with this mod, please report them, as this one gentleman did via the bugs and/or the forums here. Let me know as well where you purchased the game from, what operating system you are on, and what language you are using when you play the game. I can switch my language in game. In fact, I'm going to do so just to verify that I can get as far as I just got with all the different languages to make sure I didn't mess up there. But if you have problems, please tell me. I'm going to try my best to still fix this bug he has, but it's so hard as a developer, programmer, modder, debugger to address an issue that you can't replicate on your side. Because I totally believe he has this problem, and I have no idea why he's got it. So, it's so frustrating. The only thing I can hope for is that it's something, and even then, let's say it is a problem that he's using a Mac, or he's using a Linux build, or he's got a totally different version of Windows than I do. There's nothing I can do. But if he at least tells me, I can start looking through files, and I can try seeing maybe why it's different for him. But again, since I don't have the problem, I'd have to get a virtual operating system through like VirtualBox, install it via a disk image, assuming I can find one for free of the operating system he's using, install Steam on that, and then install the game on it, and verify that if there's problems there too. So anyway, that's it for this video. You can see that it's working for me. If it's not working for you, please let me know. And if you do get the mod and it works for you, please let me know that as well, because at the moment, as far as I can tell, it's not working. Like I don't know if it's working for the people who downloaded it, and it's not working for one person, or if everyone's having problems with it instead. So please tell me if you download this file and it works, because that at least is hopeful. Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment. But oh man, I hope it works for at least some people. Alright, that's it. Thank you for watching this. I hope at least it was interesting, if not informational. And I'll see you in the next video. And I will keep making these for every bug report I get, showing that I'm trying to fix it. And if I can't fix this in a few days, or rather, if the gentleman respawns back and he says he still has a problem, I'll keep trying to work on it. And in the end, if I can't... I would love to figure out what's wrong with it. But I will make another video as I make progress towards fixing any problems that I have with this mod. And they will go into this playlist. Alright, that's it everyone. Thank you. Take care.